Okay, that's not it, but it's coming. We have it, Stephen. We're just processing it.
Well, there's just so much
distance between,
well, the chaos, but also the distance between Ms. Hennon and most of those mics. I see one mic was arching out because that reporter had the good fortune, I guess, just to be beside her.
Okay, I have the CBC statement now, Stephen. Okay, so we understand that none of the charges involve employees or former employees of CBC, and as is typical, we will make no comments about charges that are now before the courts. That's the statement just issued by the CBC, not making any comment of this, but noting that none of the charges involve employees of former employees of the CBC. So we now have, let's listen and watch that clip from this chaotic moment at College Park Courts from Jian Ghomeshi's lawyer, Marianne.
Mr. Ghomeshi will be pleading not guilty. We will address these allegations fully and directly in a courtroom. It is not my practice to litigate my cases in the media. This one will be no different. We will say whatever we have to say in a court of law. We will not be making any further media statements, nor will Mr. Ghomeshi be making any further media statements. Thank you.
And with that is what transpired really quickly on those steps, Stephen, in this chaos, this situation that really quickly dissolved and was very hard to capture. With all of the cameras clicking, as you can see, look at the flashing. Ghomeshi standing there, poker-faced as his lawyer makes that comment.
Well, I want to bring up something else which is very important for our viewers, Stephanie, is that on the terms of the matters in court, there's a publication ban, and there's three, if I understand it correctly, there's three complainants who have come forward. One, of course, was public, so her name is known, and she made no qualms about that. She has spoken to the press about it. But for the other two, there's a publication ban on the names. And this goes back to what Chief Blair said this morning to Rena here, is that people should come forward, they should feel comfortable, the police will treat them with respect, and the justice system right now is also treating those two complainants with respect. So it's important for not only this case, but for future cases or past cases that complainants can feel reassured that they can come forward and seek redress of a matter and have the confidence that their privacy will be respected, which is an important matter, Stephanie. I'm sure you'll agree with me that it's good that our justice system does behave in such a way that they are protected and that their identities are not revealed.
Now, one Lucy Ducoteur is revealed, and that's by her choice. She came forward, and even with the court proceedings today, she issued a statement, but there is a publication ban on the specifics of her case. She just issued a statement basically saying that, I'm just trying to find it so I can read it for you again, Stephen, the Lucy Ducoteur statement. She said, the past month has seen a major shift in the conversation about violence against women. It's been an overwhelming and painful time for many people, including myself, but is also very inspiring. I hope that victims' voices continue to be heard and that this is the start of a change that is desperately needed. Now, it's interesting to note, Stephen, that Premier Kathleen Wynne is meeting with Deputy Mayor Norm Kelly this afternoon. There's going to be a photo op and a media avail. I expect the Premier might be commenting on this situation. She has before. And we know now that Andrea Horwath, the leader of the NDP, has called a media availability for 3 o'clock today at Queen's Park. And it says the NDP leader, Andrea Horwath, will hold a media availability today to talk the government's response to sexual harassment.
Well, that's the general topic, and yes, it's at the top of the news agenda and also the top of people's minds, because of course we have Bill Cosby case in the States with new revelations virtually every day. We have the case of two unnamed NDP MPs with allegations of either sexual assault or sexual harassment, which is an intriguing case politically because of Mr. Trudeau's response to it, and because the two Liberal MPs have been suspended and prevented from running again under the Liberal banner, and yet the charges well, there are no charges, and the allegations are not even were not even clear, but for the story we carried this morning of the allegations from one woman. So it's something that is very top of mind with people interested in public dealings and public policy, Stephanie. And this case now, I don't suspect that any politician is going to say anything about it. They're simply going to say, quite properly, it's before the courts. But as far as other matters of sexual harassment or sexual abuse, as you know, the Premier has been speaking of that the last few days, Stephanie, and she'll probably reiterate what she is doing to deal with allegations of sexual abuse or harassment at Queen's Park and in the government, Steph.